We have ignition. The 2145 McMullen, the $300 pumpkin seed that has sold for well over $500 at some auctions. We now have ignition. This is the mother of the world record, 2624, Matthias Willie Hames from Belgium. All right, Eri is growing this. I gifted it to him, but I will start it, get it planted for him. What I like to do is I like to take this and I like to ignite it with mycorrhiza. I have placed 3 different brands of mycorrhiza in this cup. One, my root keeper, one great white mycorrhiza, and another bulk brand that I bought. You guys using my root keeper that bought it in the last year, don't worry about it. I've added some of my second brand of root keeper to it just to make sure that it's fresher, potent for you, so you have no worries. Your mycorrhiza is viable because I enhanced it. All right, so here you go. We will treat this, and then this will go to the 1 gallon grow bag. All right, the peat pots are simply a little place to get her germinated, get her started. All right, this is seed starting week. We're showing several videos, clips added together to help you along with your growing season. These are the peas that I planted here. Pole snap, sugar snap peas. I've had this bag in my freezer for, well, 10 years now or better. I keep them frozen. A lot of people worry about seeds drying out. The packages are dated yearly. Well, if you throw them in the freezer in an airtight container, there's no need to keep buying more seeds. But here you go. This is why I call them snow peas. We got a little bit of snow last night in my bed here, and you can see the little peas. They've been in now, 2.5, pushing 3 weeks. They've been struggling. We had one nice week where it was 4 or 5 decent days. But it's been pretty cool, and it's gonna stay cool for the next week. So, hey, it is what it is. I don't care what zone you're in. Each season varies. But what I'm gonna do here is I will acclimate my plants. I'll show you the pumpkin plants. I'm gonna acclimate them on a decent day. I'll bring them out here and set them in the sun for a little bit. Their first trip out though, I will set them on this bench. This bench is typically in the shady part of the day. In their first couple hours, they'll be in the shady part of the daylight. And I will gradually move them over and set them in the center of this bed as to not set them on my peas and hurt my peas, of course. And I'll place the grow bags right along in here. First day or two, they'll just get 1 or 2 hours of sun, and then I'll take and put them back in the shade. You need to slowly acclimate your plants so that you don't fry the little seedlings. They're started in the house and they're not used to the sun. So there you go. There's your tip for acclimating plants to the outdoors. And after a few days, then you can let them have a full day of sun, depending on temperatures. Now, on a 50-degree sunny day, yeah, the sun won't be quite as intense. 65-degree day, 70-degree, the sun's going to be much more intense. So just do it gradual. An hour here, an hour there, and let them get used to it. All right? Never feed a steak to a baby, and never throw a plant out in the sunshine to get scorched. All right, while sheltering in place, I had to find a few extra containers to start my pumpkins in. I found this beer wrapper, and I'm not really a beer drinker, so here you go. But this is how you remove the shells. Some people file their seeds. I never file my seeds. This is the pumpkin seed for you that are new to the program, coming out of the soil. And what I do is when it's coming up, we want to get the shell off. So what I do is I take a pair of needle nose pliers and I gently, very gently, pull it off. All right, very gently. This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you, Mr. Punky. Okay, there you go. Now we expose the codlins. All right, there you go. The shell is off. All right, bonus tip. My wife, Mama Bubba, calls this a cooking timer. I call it an incubator thermostat and soil probe. All right, this is where I start the plants. I start them in the heating chamber. These are some backup 1734s. that I'm starting. I'm trying. They were dried tips to the bottom of the bag of the 1734s. They're pretty much all gone. One of the reasons why I want to grow my 1734, my big, beautiful pumpkin that won $5,000 in Dublin, Ohio, making the Buckeyes boo Bubba. It was a lot of fun that year, 2015. I will continue that seed genetics. And here you go. This is a 1734 seedling right here. I now have it in the grow bag. If you're new to all this, I transplanted these from these little peat pots after they germinated into these grow bags. And I can link this back to a video showing you just exactly how to do that. And I will do that. But you can see right here, these aren't real pleasant looking. They had dried tips. The seeds were dried tips, so therefore the end of the tips are dried out. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the genetics. The genetics are in that seed. We will grow this out this year at eRise. And I'll also be growing the 1734 in my 150 contest. If you check that out on bigpumpkins.com, the 150 contest is who can grow the biggest pumpkin in 150 square feet. Bubba's going to give that a try this year. I'm going to do that here at my house because I have a very small yard. So that'll work out beautiful. But here you go. The biggest thing today I want to talk about is acclimating plants. What we're doing here, these just popped up out of their peat pots, went into the grow bags. Now I'm acclimating them to the grow light. As you can see, I have them on the outer edge so they're getting the less intense sun. I have this set at 750 watts. I turned it up a little from the 500 because the 500 watts, at 500, my radishes and my tomatoes, oh, the tomatoes are up. Check them out. They're getting tall and leggy. They were trying to get too leggy, growing up too fast, so I kicked it up to 750 watts, a little more intense, but not 1,000. 1,000's pretty hot. So I'm gradually, going to acclimate these into the light so I don't fry the little seedlings. They're not great looking, a little bit rough on the germination process, but they'll grow out of that in a week. You'll never know the difference. All right. Here's my surprise seed. The surprise seed we're growing this year. My wife says I never listened to her or something like that. I started in my wrapper because we're sheltering in place and I need an extra container. So here you go. Here you have it. But this is the 1984, keep it a secret, barren seed that grew the new Michigan state record. eRise said he wanted to grow one ugly pumpkin, one heavy, ugly pumpkin. So there you go. There you have it. I decided we're going to do that. We're going to grow the 1984 barren. It's the mother of the Michigan state record. All right. So wouldn't that be a great choice? Sure, it's a proven seed. Along with the 2145 McMullen, the mother of the world record. So we're growing the mothers of all mothers. All right. But anyways, acclimating the plants, I want to get back on that. We'll gradually take these plants outside like I showed you in the other part of the video, where we'll set them on my park bench, the little bench first in the shade, and let them get used to the shaded sunlight outside. And gradually I'll set them out in the sun for like an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening. So the first day I take these plants out, because right now we're in cold temperatures. I'm going to wait till next week, maybe the week after if the weather doesn't warm up. It's going to have to be at least a 50-degree day. On a 50-degree day, I'll set them out and start to acclimate them. The first hour in the shade, and then gradually, maybe an hour in the morning in the morning sun, hour in the evening sun. Then the next day, I let them stay out in the sun till maybe noon. And then the third day, they might be able to spend an entire day outside. You got to do it gradual, or you will scorch the leaves on your young plants. Of course, by then, these seedlings here will have leaves, getting close to the size of my hand. They'll be much bigger. So we'll do the same thing. I'm doing the same thing here with my tomato seed. Here's my giant tomato seed. World record pork chops and applesauce. Steve Marley from New York. His 9.65 tomato seeds are up. This one is up, and I'm actually, you can see here, I don't have it directly under the light there. I've got a little off to the side and let it kind of acclimate to this grow light before I put it directly in the center. And then the other plants here, I'll move those out. These flats can move out. I'm not as concerned about them as my champion seeds. Still waiting on the watermelons. My sweet watermelons haven't popped up yet. Waiting on those. But there you go. There you have it. Acclimating plants, taking care of the plants. Join us with Bubba and eRise Grow this summer. Fun in the sun. We're going to do it week by week. We will show you how we're graduating on to the next steps. All right, right now it is April 15th. I'm making this video for this Friday, April 17th. All right, so this is to give you a date. Another thing I wanted to mention, if you are just growing pumpkins to have fun, to maybe grow a big porch pumpkin, you're not a serious competitor, you can start these pumpkin plants in May. You can start in the middle of May, the end of May. No worries, no hurries. You want to grow one for Halloween. You don't have to start this early in the year. We start in April because we're champions growing for state and world records. If you're average Joe, hey, wait till the frost is gone. Much simpler, start your seeds in the middle of May. Throw them in the ground June 1st. That'll work too. All right, man, I'm getting long-winded here. Keep them growing. All right, I hope you enjoyed the videos. We'd like to thank Morgan's Composting for supporting our grow and helping us grow. I'm using the seed starter in today's grow bags. We all use the Morgan's Compost Seed Starter. We'll be using their products all summer long. Hey, if you like the videos, turn on your notifications, subscribe to the channel, and join us. We'll be growing the pumpkins, the tomatoes, watermelons. I even have some snow peas out here that I'm going to be showing some videos soon. All right, so hey, thank you for joining us today. Keep it a secret. Go tell a friend. The plants just love the organic stench after I drop my organic bombs. This is Bubba's biggest secret. Dropping the bomb, growing the bomb. All right? Join us at the weigh-offs for hopefully a new state record if we don't bomb, if you know what I mean.